we're back. Example 2. Two sailboats leave the same dock at 67 degrees. So that means that as they part, the distance between them is not measured in meters, it's measured in degrees. Once the red sailboat is 57 meters from the dock and the blue sailboat is 37 meters from the dock, use the guess method to determine how far apart the two sailboats are from each other. Round your final answer to the nearest tenth. So we know that the nearest tenth is equal to 1 decimal place. All right. First G, given. So two sailboats leave at the same dock. So two sailboats are 67 degrees apart as they leave. Okay? Once the red sailboat is 57 meters, so we have a red sailboat travels 57 meters. We also have a blue sailboat, it travels 37. Okay, now these are measured from the dock. From the dock. In drawing your diagram, you want to be able to give a reference point, okay? So 57 meters from the dock is extremely important, as is the 37 meters from the dock. Use the guess method to determine, okay, so that's the verb, determine how far apart the two sailboats are from each other. U is the unknown. Determine how far apart the sailboats are from each other. The important part is that once the red sailboat is 57 meters from the dock and the blue sailboat is 37 meters from the dock, that's when you're going to find out how far apart they are, okay? Now, how far apart is in meters as opposed to degrees, okay? So, E, the equation, well, we don't really know what the equation is until we maybe draw a picture, okay? So if we say that the dock is just this random point here, and that's what it is, just a random point, and we can make this the red boat, okay? And they are 57 meters, okay? We'll put the dock here, okay? And the blue sailboat is 37. Again, not to scale. Okay. Okay. Now it says that they leave the same dock at 67 degrees. Okay. So 67 degrees is this measure right here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Now, if you say, you know what, that really bothers me, I need to draw it a different way, so then you erase it and you make it look more like 67, that's fine, right? But it's not necessary, right? It's not necessary. So that's 67. So it's not to scale. And then the 37 meters. And if you say, well, I want 37 meters to be a bit shorter, that's completely fine. But again, I'm not using my protractor except to draw straight edges, right? Now, why do I connect the location of the red sailboat to the location of the blue sailboat? Well, that's my distance. X is the distance that they are apart, right? That distance from the red to the blue is the answer to the question. So the equation is to find X. What should we do? Well, we are given side, angle, side, okay? Since we're given side, angle, side, therefore use cos law to find X, okay? So the solution, take what's been given, the unknown, and the equation. Okay, so what is the cos law? Well, the cos law says x squared. To find x, we can maybe label it as a. Okay, let's label it a. A squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2 times b times c times the cos of angle A. Okay, so we can label this A if we want. This would be now angle A. Okay, and then going around our picture, we could have this as B, so this could be angle B. And then across from angle B would be side B. And this could be angle C. Okay, and then across here would be side C. So then we're going to sub in B of 57 meters. Angle A is 67 degrees, and C is 37 meters. So B is 57 squared plus C is 37 squared minus 2 times B, which is 57, times C, which is 37, times the cos of A, which is 67. It equals 57 squared, 3249, plus 37 squared, 1369, minus 2 times 57 times 37 times the cos of 67. I leave this here, this value, to replace cos 67 with 0.39, 0731, blah, blah, blah. I leave it on my calculator because I'm going to multiply all of these values together. Okay, so times 37 times 57 times 2, that's negative. Okay, so that's a squared 3249 plus 1369 minus 1648 point 1039, and then I say okay, a squared is equal. I don't need to clear that on my screen. I can just then type in the plus these values. So plus 1369 plus the 3249. Okay, so that is 2969.8961. Want the square root of that? Take the square root. 54.49, blah, blah, blah. It says to 1 decimal place. underline the 4, which is the 1 decimal place. 9 is 5 or more. So that gives me A is 54.5. Okay, so then the last S in guess is the sentence. Therefore, the 2 sailboats are 54.5 meters apart. Okay? Alrighty, let's keep going. Use the guess method to determine the measure of angle P. So we want to know what this is. Round your final answer to the nearest degree. So that's the nearest whole number. Okay, so G, given. What are we given? We are given 3 lengths. We're given a side, and a side. Okay, because the picture is here, we can identify we're given 3 side lengths, 7, 8, and 5. So we're given side SSS. Okay, as soon as we're given side, 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 we know that that's going to lead us to the coastlaw, right? Okay, so unknown. So find angle P, and then E, oops, so G is given, U is unknown, E is the equation. Since we're given side, side, side to find angle P, therefore we use coastlaw. Okay, the coastlaw is angle cos of angle P is equal to, now we don't know, that's the problem, we don't know this in terms of any other letter. So if we want to make it easy on ourselves, why don't we say, let's just label it angle P is equal to angle A for our purposes. Okay, and then we change this over here. So let angle P equal angle A. Okay, so cos of A is B squared plus C squared minus A squared, all divided by 2 times B times C. So if we call this angle A now, across from angle A is side A, and then we go around clockwise, so this would be angle B. Across from angle B would be side B, and then keep going around to the clockwise. Across from angle C is side C. If I've been saying label these counterclockwise, I should be saying label these letters clockwise, right? So they're going around like a clock. Our numbers around a clock go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? In that direction. Okay. So where are we? So we're in our solution. So we are going to take the equation, the unknown, and the given, right? And we're going to use the cos of angle A is equal to B squared plus C squared minus A squared, all divided by 2 times B times C. And we're going to sub in now the values that we know. So we know A is 7, B is 8, and C is 5. So the cos of angle A is 8 squared plus C, which is 5 squared, minus A, which is 7 squared, all divided by 2 times B, which is 8, times C, which is 5. Okay? So we have the cos of angle A is equal to, that's 64, that's 25, so 64 plus 25 minus 49, all divided by 2 times 8 times 5. Well, I know 8 times 5 is 40 times 2, that should be 80. So 8 times 5 times 2, 8 times 5 times 2, 8 times 5 times 2, 80. So the cos of angle A is equal to 64 plus 25 minus 49 is 40. So 40 divided by 80. I need an angle, so I want to find the shift. So I use angle A is equal to, I press shift or second F, okay? Mine is second F, second function. And then I press cos. As a result of pressing one of those buttons, I have an inverse 1 come up, and I go bracket 40 divided by 80 equals, okay? So I press shift. Actually, I should do 40 divided by 80 on my calculator. It requires me to do that first. Oopsies. 40 divided by 80. 40 divided by 80. There we go. Okay, 0.5. And then shift cos is 60. And then angle A is equal to 60 degrees, bang on. Okay, so then the last S in guess is the sentence. Okay, so since angle A is equal to 60 degrees, therefore angle P, which is the same, is 60 degrees. Okay, all right. Example 4. Use the guess method to determine the length of side A. Okay, round your final answer to the nearest tenth. So we know the tenth is 1 decimal place. All right, so what's been given? We've been given, we've been given a 90 degree triangle. As soon as we've been given a 90 degree triangle, therefore we can use SOHCAHTOA and Pythagorean theorem. Okay, what else? So we've been given side C. Given C is 10 units. There's no length here specified. 36 is angle A. Okay, and that's it. Okay, U, the unknown. Well, it wants us to find side A. Okay, if we are looking for side A, we've got to pick a formula or an equation that helps us put what's been given and what the unknown is. Okay, so if we want to find, since we're finding A, okay, and we're given an angle and one side, okay, therefore use SOHCAHTOA. Okay, all right. What does that look like? So our solution, take the given, the unknown, and the equation. So if I'm going to use SOHCAHTOA, I need to figure out how to fill those values in. Okay, we need to figure out that angle A, okay, so since angle A is 36, that's going to be our reference angle. So from our reference angle, everything is going to be referred from 36. So across from angle 36 is the opposite to angle 36. Okay, opposite to angle 36 is A. Across from the 90 is the hypotenuse. And the leftover side is the adjacent, which is always next to the reference angle, okay? So then under S is always the degree, so 36 is under S. Under the C, underneath the first letter of each trig ratio is 36. The O is A, so opposite is A. This opposite is A, and H is 10. So H is 10, this H is 10. We don't care what the A for adjacent is. Okay, we haven't been asked to find that. We have been asked to find the length of side A. Okay, we don't care what that is. Find the length of side A. Okay, we do not care. That's our priority, okay? Okay, so because there are two values that we know with only one unknown in the SO trig ratio, we're going to use that, okay? So we're going to use the sine of 36 degrees is equal to A over 10. To solve for A, we do the opposite of dividing by 10, which is multiplying by 10 on both sides. So 10 times the sine of 36, 0.58778. 0.58778 equals, these 10s cancel each other out because one's in the numerator, one's in the denominator, equals A, and then 10, leave that on the screen, the 0.58778 times 10 is equal to 5.8778, blah, 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 equals A. And then we need to round to the 1 decimal place, so underline the 8, the 7 is 5 or larger, so A is equal to 5 point, get ahead of myself there, 5.8778, that's 1/10. 7 is 5 or larger, so it becomes 5.8. Okay, and then it's units, so the last S is the sentence. Therefore, A is equal to 5.8, and then we're going to put units there. Email me if you're having questions.